Hi guys, welcome back to another sketch with me. I am doing more body poses and more action lines today. I decided that was a pretty good practice, and I really actually enjoyed. I really enjoyed my last practice session with bodies and with the action lines. So this one, I'm going to not be afraid of using the action lines, having the action lines a little bit darker. I do believe I'm taking some of the poses out of the book, How to Draw Adorable. I can link that in the description below. I borrowed it from my library and I haven't returned it yet because, I need more practice, as always. Also, I'm really enjoying kind of going back into the past pages. But don't worry, the library will take it back in about 5 days, so then you won't have to hear me talk about it anymore. I really enjoy at the very end of the book, there's a lot of poses and a lot of like descriptors on what makes a pose like happy or what makes a pose like sad or scared or anxious. And I'm really enjoying kind of playing with that. And so I keep, just going back to the book and looking at the different little poses that they have. And I'm trying to think of my own poses, but I have no imagination. We're working on it. I've been not working on it, but it's fine. It's fine. Nobody needs to know that except for you. Haha, get wrecked. Yeah, so we're working on that. I have been using these like really long, thin oval shapes to kind of use like for the arms. I use like a closed oval shape to find my elbow, and then I kind of do the same thing with my forearm to wrist ratio. I don't know how I like that, but right now I'm keeping it, but I'm knowing that that's like a habit that I'm starting to do. I don't know if I like it, but it's actually giving me at least a pretty good ratio. Then I can like change it as I need, but I just need to be a little bit lighter with it. I realize I'm being a little bit too much with it. Yeah, but honestly, I feel a lot better thinking of the spine as an action line, or like the curve of the pose goes along with the action line. So I always thought when you used an action line, I thought you had to basically use that exact shape for like a part of the body, say like the spinal shape. But what I'm reading and what I'm learning is that the action line is actually just like a curve that the body will take, but you can draw outside of the action line. That line doesn't have to be your end all be all for one of the limbs in your art, which was mind blowing to me because I thought, like people do that nice little line and then they draw perfectly over it and it looks like the action line turned into like the spinal curve of the body. Well, I don't know. I've never been able to do that and it stresses me out. I'm like, I need a little bit more wiggle room. But if I think of it that I can draw away from the line a little bit as I need, I think that's an easier way for me to be able to draw that. Honestly, I've been enjoying relearning how to draw and kind of like going into this being like, when at one point I'm like, oh, I don't need to like reread these books. I don't need to read that book. I've already read that book, or I already know how to draw a hand, or I already know how to draw, I don't know, fucking head. Then I kind of just don't do it because then I get too stressed out. I'm enjoying the whole process of relearning how to draw and kind of like forcing myself to empty my knowledge cup and be like, you might not though, because you're really stressed out about how to draw this thing, or you're really worried about this thing as well. So maybe just let the book teach you how to draw, how they draw, and you can see if you like any of the techniques. I enjoy that. It's really good knowing or like learning how to do that. That's another process in itself, is allowing myself to relearn and not just get stuck in my habits of I already know how to do that. I don't need to read that section. It's like no, read it, see if you like it, But in a little bit here, we're about to do the last look of the poses that I've been practicing, that I didn't get video of. But I like how this turned out. I really enjoy how this turned out, and I hope that everyone keeps on practicing, keeps on drawing, and I appreciate you. Drink water, stay cool in this really hot weather, and I'll see you next time. Bye!